Artificial intelligence, AI, has revolutionized many industries, and mobile gaming is no exception. With the rise of smartphones, gaming has become a ubiquitous part of daily life, especially for children. Among the most popular are augmented reality AR games, which blend the real world with virtual elements, creating immersive experiences that captivate millions. However, as these games have grown in popularity, so too have concerns about privacy, especially when these games involve children. One of the most notable examples is Pokémon Go, an AR game that encourages players, including children, to explore their surroundings, pointing their cameras at real-world objects to find virtual Pokémon. This seemingly innocent activity raises significant questions about data collection, privacy, and the role of AI in processing and potentially exploiting this data. As children engage with these games, often without a full understanding of the implications, they may unwittingly expose themselves to a range of privacy risks. This piece explores how AI and privacy intersect in mobile games like Pokémon Go, with a particular focus on the potential risks for children. It delves into the mechanics of these games, the ways in which they collect and use data, and the broader implications for privacy and ethics. By examining these issues in depth, this discussion aims to shed light on the potentially sinister role that AI and privacy concerns play in the world of mobile gaming. Augmented reality has become one of the most exciting developments in the gaming industry. AR games overlay digital content onto the real world, allowing players to interact with their environment in novel ways. The concept of AR is not new, but its integration into mobile gaming has opened up new possibilities, making it accessible to millions of users worldwide. One of the earliest and most successful examples of an AR game is Pokémon Go, released in 2016. The game quickly became a global phenomenon, attracting players of all ages. The game's appeal lies in its unique blend of the virtual and real worlds, encouraging players to explore their surroundings in search of virtual creatures known as Pokémon. The game uses the phone's camera and GPS to create an immersive experience, where Pokémon appear to be part of the real environment. However, the success of Pokémon Go also highlights the growing influence of AR in mobile gaming. Other games, like Harry Potter, Wizards Unite, and Ingress, have followed similar models, combining AR with AI to create engaging experiences. These games have popularized the use of mobile devices as tools for interacting with the real world, turning everyday activities into opportunities for gameplay. As AR games have grown in popularity, they have also raised concerns about privacy and data collection. These games require access to a range of sensors and data sources, including cameras, microphones, GPS, and even personal information like contacts and social media profiles. This data is often processed by AI algorithms to enhance the gaming experience. It also raises questions about how this information is used and who has access to it. In the context of children's games, these concerns are particularly acute. Children are often less aware of the implications of data collection and may be more willing to share personal information in exchange for in-game rewards or other incentives. The combination of AI, Arkansas, and the personal data of young players creates a complex web of privacy issues that parents, educators, and policymakers must navigate. Artificial intelligence, AI, is at the heart of modern mobile gaming. It is responsible for creating intelligent and responsive gameplay experiences, personalizing content, and driving in-game interactions. In AR games, AI plays a critical role in interpreting the data collected from players, including location, behavior, and interactions with the real world. In the context of AR games like Pokémon Go, AI is used to analyze the environment captured by the player's camera. This allows the game to place virtual objects, like Pokémon, in specific locations based on real-world landmarks or features. The AI also adapts the game based on the player's location, suggesting new areas to explore or generating challenges based on the environment. However, AI's role in mobile gaming extends beyond enhancing gameplay. It is also used to collect and analyze vast amounts of data from players. This data includes not only in-game actions, but also personal information, location data, and even biometric data like facial expressions or voice patterns. AI algorithms process this data to create detailed profiles of players, which can be used for targeted advertising, in-game purchases, and other monetization strategies. The use of AI in data collection and analysis raises significant privacy concerns. In games that involve children, these concerns are amplified. Children may not fully understand what data they are sharing or how it is being used. They may also be more susceptible to manipulation, as AI can be used to exploit psychological vulnerabilities, encouraging them to spend more time and money in the game. Furthermore, AI-driven data collection can lead to surveillance-like practices, where players' actions and behaviors are constantly monitored and analyzed. This data can be used to create personalized experiences, but it can also be shared with third parties or used for purposes beyond the player's control or knowledge. In the context of children's games, this raises ethical questions about consent, autonomy, and the potential for exploitation. Privacy is a significant issue in the digital age, and mobile gaming is no exception. The data collected by mobile games, especially AR games that require access to cameras, microphones, and location data, is vast and often sensitive. This section delves into the specific privacy concerns associated with mobile gaming with a focus on how these concerns impact children. One of the primary privacy concerns in mobile gaming is the extent of data collection. Games like Pokémon Go require access to a range of data sources, including the player's location, camera, and microphone. This data is often collected continuously even when the game is not actively being played. In addition to this, many games also request access to personal information such as contacts, social media profiles, and email addresses. This information can be used to enhance the gaming experience, but it can also be shared with third parties, including advertisers and data brokers. In the context of children's games, the scope of data collection raises particular concerns. Children are often unaware of the extent to which their data is being collected and may not fully understand the implication of sharing personal information. Moreover, the data collected from children can be particularly valuable to advertisers and other third parties, as it can be used to create targeted marketing campaigns and influence behavior. Another significant privacy concern in mobile gaming is the potential for data breaches. Mobile games often store large amounts of personal data, and this data can be vulnerable to hacking and other forms of unauthorized access. In the case of games that involve children, a data breach could result in sensitive information being exposed, including the child's location, personal details, and even biometric data. Moreover, the use of AI in mobile gaming can exacerbate privacy concerns. AI algorithms can analyze the data collected from players to create detailed profiles, which can be used to influence behavior and decisions. In the context of children's games, this raises ethical questions about manipulation and consent. Children may be more susceptible to influence and may not fully understand the implications of their actions. The privacy concerns associated with mobile gaming are further compounded by the fact that many games are developed and operated by companies based in countries with different privacy laws and regulations. This can make it difficult for parents and regulators to ensure that children's data is being handled appropriately and in accordance with legal requirements. Children's privacy is a particularly sensitive issue, and there are laws and regulations in place to protect it. However, the rapid development of technology, including mobile gaming, has created new challenges for regulators and policymakers. This section explores the legal and ethical issues surrounding children's privacy in mobile gaming, with a focus on the gaps between existing protections and the realities of the digital age. In the United States, the primary law protecting children's privacy is the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA. COPPA requires that online services, including mobile games, obtain verifiable parental consent before collecting personal information from children under the age of 13. It also mandates that companies provide clear and understandable privacy policies and allow parents to review and delete their children's data. However, despite these protections, there are significant gaps in the enforcement of COPPA and similar laws in other countries. Many mobile games, including popular AR games like Pokémon Go, have been criticized for failing to obtain proper consent or for collecting more data than is necessary. Moreover, the global nature of the internet means that data collected from children in one country may be stored or processed in another, where privacy protections may be weaker. Ethical concerns also arise from the use of AI in children's games. AI algorithms can analyze children's behavior and preferences in ways that may not be immediately apparent to parents or guardians. This can lead to situations where children are manipulated into spending more time or money in the game, or where their personal data is used for purposes that are not in their best interest. Moreover, the commercialization of children's data raises ethical questions about the exploitation of young and vulnerable users. Companies that develop and operate mobile games often have a financial incentive to collect and monetize as much data as possible. This can lead to practices that prioritize profit over the privacy and well-being of children. The mobile gaming industry is dominated by free-to-play games, which generate revenue through in-app purchases, advertisements, and data monetization. This section examines the business model behind free games, with a particular focus on how children's data is used as a revenue stream. Free-to-play games like Pokémon Go are designed to be accessible to as many users as possible. By offering the game for free, developers can attract a large user base, which can then be monetized through various means. One of the primary revenue streams for free games is in-app purchases, where players can buy virtual items, currency, or other enhancements. However, another significant source of revenue for free games is the data collected from players. This data can be used to create targeted advertising campaigns, which are often more lucrative than traditional ads. In the case of children's games, the data collected can be particularly valuable, as it can be used to create ads that are specifically tailored to young users. Moreover, the data collected from children can also be sold to third-party companies, including advertisers, data brokers, and even government agencies. This practice raises significant privacy concerns, as it is often difficult for parents and regulators to track how children's data is being used and who has access to it. The business model behind free games creates a situation where developers have a financial incentive to collect as much data as possible. This can lead to practices that prioritize profit over privacy, such as collecting data without proper consent or sharing data with third parties without the user's knowledge. To illustrate the privacy concerns associated with mobile gaming, this section takes a closer look at Pokémon Go and other similar games. It examines the data collection practices of these games, how AI is used to process this data, and the potential risks for children. Pokémon Go is one of the most popular AR games in the world, with millions of players of all ages. The game requires access to a range of data sources, including the player's location, camera, and microphone. This data is used to create an immersive experience, where players can interact with virtual Pokémon in the real world. However, the data collected by Pokémon Go goes beyond what is necessary for gameplay. The game also collects personal information, such as the player's Google account details, and can track the player's location even when the game is not actively being played. This data is processed by AI algorithms to create personalized experiences, such as suggesting new locations to explore or generating challenges based on the player's environment. In addition to Pokémon Go, other AR games like Harry Potter, Wizards Unite, and Ingress use similar data collection practices. These games also require access to a range of data sources, including location data, camera, and microphone, and often collect more information than is necessary for gameplay. The data collected by these games can be used for a variety of purposes, including targeted advertising, in-game purchases, and even research. However, the use of AI in processing this data raises significant privacy concerns, particularly in the context of children's games. While AI can enhance the gaming experience, it can also be used for more sinister purposes. This section explores the potential risks associated with AI in AR games, with a focus on how AI can be used to manipulate children's behavior and exploit their vulnerabilities. One of the primary concerns with AI in AR games is its ability to influence behavior. AI algorithms can analyze a player's behavior and preferences to create personalized experiences that encourage them to spend more time or money in the game. In the context of children's games, this can lead to situations where children are manipulated into making in-app purchases or spending excessive amounts of time playing the game. Moreover, AI can be used to exploit psychological vulnerabilities, particularly in young players. For example, AI can analyze a child's behavior to identify patterns or triggers that can be used to encourage certain actions, such as making a purchase or continuing to play. This raises ethical questions about the use of AI in children's games and the potential for exploitation. Another significant concern is the potential for AI to be used for surveillance. AR games that require access to cameras and microphones can potentially be used to monitor players' actions and behavior in the real world. This data can be used to create detailed profiles of players, which can be shared with third parties or used for purposes beyond the player's control or knowledge. Given the privacy concerns associated with mobile gaming, it is essential to explore potential solutions and safeguards. This section provides practical advice for parents, educators, and policymakers on how to protect children's privacy in the digital age. One of the most effective ways to protect children's privacy is through education. Parents and educators can play a crucial role in teaching children about the importance of privacy and how to protect their personal information online. This includes teaching children to be cautious about sharing personal information, to understand the implications of data collection, and to use privacy settings to control who has access to their data. In addition to education, there are also technological solutions that can help protect children's privacy. For example, parents can use privacy-focused apps and tools to monitor and control their children's online activity. These tools can help limit the amount of data that is collected by mobile games and provide parents with greater control over their children's online experience. Moreover, regulators and policymakers can play a crucial role in protecting children's privacy by enforcing existing laws and regulations and by developing new policies that address the unique challenges of the digital age. This includes ensuring that mobile games comply with privacy laws like COPPA, and that companies are held accountable for how they collect and use children's data. The intersection of AI, privacy, and mobile gaming presents significant challenges, particularly in the context of children's games. As AR games like Pokémon Go continue to grow in popularity, it is essential to recognize the potential risks associated with data collection and the use of AI. While these games offer exciting and immersive experiences, they also raise significant privacy concerns, particularly for young and vulnerable players. Protecting children's privacy in the digital age requires a multifaceted approach that includes education, technological solutions, and robust legal protections. By understanding the risks and taking proactive steps to safeguard privacy, parents, educators, and policymakers can help ensure that children can enjoy the benefits of mobile gaming without compromising their privacy or well-being.